do a quick speed round. A book or a TED Talk that's had the biggest impact on you?
I think by far it's a very old book. It's a book by a guy called Peter Singer, and it's called The Fifth Discipline. And it was one of the first books where I felt that I had this massive, massive aha moment. Because it talks about leadership. It talks about leading in complexity, which is a reality of every single thing we do. I mean, the world is only getting more and more complex.
Yeah.
And it was the first book that introduced me to the concept of systems thinking and understanding that some systems are so complex that you can't fix them, which was a bit of a dilemma for me because I was an engineer and I like to fix things, and finding out there were these wicked problems in the world that couldn't be fixed was a very frustrating experience. But what was a great learning out of that is understanding that in order to understand complexity, you have to kind of see things as systems and know how to essentially know where the levers are in that system to kind of change its behavior. And that's why I'm fascinated about things like gamification and immersive technology, because these are all addressing complex problems in the world we have today.
Yeah, I love it. Best piece of wisdom you've ever received?
Best piece of wisdom I ever received was a very young age. I was working for a bank, and I was going to be my own investment broker, and I was going to be super rich and super successful. And I was working with a investment broker across the table. So I thought, well, here's a great idea. Let me ask him what I should invest in. And instead of answering the question, he asked me a very strange question in response. He says, do you have 6 hours a day available? And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, do you have 6 hours a day to study the markets, read up reports, look into instruments, understand, volatilities and all of this stuff? And I said, no, of course not. I'm a software developer and I want to write code. So he says, well, why wouldn't you trust someone who does have 6 hours a day to spend researching the market? And I went, okay, never mind.
That is so good. That is really, really good. Yeah, that's a good one. I love that. Oh, that's a great one. Finish this sentence. What's one thing every organization can do to get more connected to VR, AR, gamification, and everything that we talked about today?
Follow me on LinkedIn and visit Sozo Labs. No, just kidding. I would say just buy a VR headset and put it on your head. Just try the technology. It's not daunting. It's not expensive anymore. It's like, $250 and you can have a VR headset. And trust me, table tennis in VR will change your life. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool. I bought an Oculus about 1.5 years ago. And it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. Mm-hmm. And so I'm glad I did it because I wanted to get more kind of entrenched in the VR world. So no, I would agree. Do one thing.